Hi, my name is Paul Hancox, and in this video I want to show you how to make what are called retweet links, and also I'll show you how they can be useful for generating more traffic for your blog and more followers on Twitter. So first of all, what is a retweet link? Well, here's a blog post of mine, and let's just scroll down to the bottom, and you'll notice I've got a little message at the bottom of my post, and it says, Twitter users, your fellow bloggers need this information as well, so please click here to retweet about this blog post. Now here's what's cool about this. If they click here, then they'll be taken to Twitter, assuming they're logged into Twitter, and it will automatically post a message into the what are you doing update box or status box. Okay, and then all they need to do is press update, and they've retweeted or tweeted about your blog post in their Twitter stream. So by doing that, what you're essentially doing is making it really easy for your Twitter visitors to retweet about your post. They don't have to bother typing in or coming up with any message. They just have to click, press update. It's vastly going to increase your chances of them doing that. And by retweeting about you, you're likely to get more visitors to your blog post. Now, I should point out that there are plugins that do something like this, but they do have some disadvantages. For example, here's a blog post I picked at random from Google Blogs, and again, I'm not picking on this blog for the actual post. I'm not picking on it at all. I'm simply using it because on it they've got a plugin which essentially allows people to click a link and they can retweet about the post. But here's the drawback with this. If you actually click it, okay, it's quite cool because it does allow people to do something very similar. But if you notice, it straight away promotes the actual plugin itself in the message. Okay, so it's taking up some of your valuable 140 characters. The other drawback with plugins like this is that it gives you very little room to actually control the text link. The other thing to be aware with these kind of plugins is the idea is that they tell you how many people have used the retweet link, which is quite a cool idea. If your blog isn't quite so popular, then seeing, say, 0 or 1 tweet there can actually have the opposite effect of making your blog look popular. It can make it essentially look unpopular. But quite apart from that, here I think is the biggest benefit of using a text retweet link. And it's a benefit that not many people mention, but a lot of your blog subscribers and readers will be reading your blog in a reader, a feed reader, or an RSS reader. Okay, so I've got on the screen here Google Reader, and if you look at the post in the Google Reader, you'll see that if I scroll down to the bottom of the post, my text retweet link, Twitter users click here, appears. Okay, now a plugin wouldn't appear in this instance. So if the majority of your readers, which may well be the case for your blog, are reading your posts in a feed reader, then a text retweet link will appear there. So all they have to do in the feed reader is click, and there it is. So to my mind, that's the biggest benefit, the biggest reason for using text retweet links in all of your blog posts. So now the question you may be asking is, well, how do you actually create a retweet link? And it's really quite simple. There's 3 steps to it. I wrote a blog post on this, but let's just have a look. Now it's assuming you've already written your blog post and you've published it to the web. Here's what you do. Okay, first of all, you want to get the URL or web address of your blog post. Now usually you can do that by scrolling to the top, and where the actual title of the blog post is, you put your mouse over that and click the right mouse button, and there'll usually be an option to copy the link location or something like that. It may differ depending on which browser you use. Now you'll probably want to shorten that in a shortening URL service. The one I recommend is bit.ly. Okay. So copy the URL, the web address, into the bit.ly service, press shorten, and you'll be given the shortened URL, which you can copy. So that's step one. You don't have to do that if you've already got a fairly short URL, but it's strongly recommended for longer ones. Step two is very simple. You just go to a site called Retweet Link. Okay, and there you type in the retweet message, press create link, and the site will automatically and instantly, or almost instantly, create the retweet link for you, very simply. Okay, so then let's get that, copy link location, or you can just double check it by clicking the link just to make sure it works, and there you go. That's great. So copy the link, copy link location, and then step 3, simply edit your blog post. Okay, adding a short message at the end with the retweet link, asking visitors who use Twitter to click the link to retweet about your blog post. So there's my message at the bottom of this post. Twitter users, your fellow bloggers need this information as well, so please click here to retweet about this blog post. So there's the link, the retweet link, and again just make sure that that's working. There you go. Okay, so there's my shortened URL. Okay, now as I've said in this blog post, it'll probably take you a couple of minutes to do each time, but let's face it, if you spent an hour or so writing a really good blog post, why wouldn't you want to spend just 2 extra minutes to give your blog post extra juice, as it were, and to vastly increase the chances that your fellow Twitter visitors will retweet about the blog post. And remember, if the majority of your readers happen to read your blog in their feed reader, then only text links, text retweet links are going to appear there. Okay, something to bear in mind, yeah? So let me summarize the 3 steps again for you. First of all, shorten any URLs you're going to use, which is usually the URL of your blog post. Okay, so you can usually use a service like bit.ly, which I recommend. I recommend it because it also gives you the stats, so you can see how many people are clicking onto your shortened link. Second, you want to go to retweetlink.com, nice and easy to remember. I know that because I created that site as a public service, so feel free to use it. Okay, and type in the retweet message that you want people to see when they click on the link. Okay, this is the message that will appear in this box here on Twitter. So type that in at retweetlink.com, press create link, and you'll be given the retweet link automatically. And step 3, go and edit the blog post that you've written and add in the little message at the end with the retweet link. And let me remind you again why I think it's a great idea to do this, okay? Because every retweet that you get increases the chances of somebody clicking through to read the blog post, okay? Especially if you get a retweet from somebody who's got a lot of authority and reach in Twitter, okay? I've had my blog post retweeted and I've had hundreds of visitors simply because of one person who's retweeted it. Okay, and what happens is then people will retweet the retweet. Okay, so I hope you found this video informative and useful, and if you have, then I'd be grateful if you'd pass it on and share it to others, as long as you don't change it. You're welcome to do that. And you can follow me on Twitter. My username is Paul Hancocks, and I, by the way, is not my real I. Okay, it's just purely an attention-grabbing stunt. And you can also subscribe and read my blog at, now this one might be quite difficult to remember, paulhancocks.com. Okay, so why not go there now and read more of my wonderful posts. Okay, thanks for watching, and please share this information with others.